Thank you. Hmm.
Hey Walter, how are you?
Good, good.
You
How
look
are you?
like every time I look at you, I'm like, that's a different person. You lost 45 pounds
Yeah,
in
that's true.
in basically almost like 16 weeks, right? You lost
Yeah.
45
Yeah.
pounds and I don't know. I think the goals we set at the beginning of the program, I think we just overpass a bunch of goals.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. What we said about 25 pounds, if we can make it, right? And then right now we are at 45.
From not without pulling your program, I'm gonna remember you said 25 pounds within 16 weeks would be amazing. Being able to tie my shoes and fit
Yeah.
in the ski
Yeah.
pants, if fit in a old ski
Exactly.
pants, right?
Yep. Yep. Oh,
So
yeah.
as you know, as we go and do a program and you're achieving, like, we keep knocking the goals. Like we got, 10 pounds, new goal, 15, 20, 25, and we keep setting new goals. And I think we have a set of new goals. But the biggest thing is, like, you achieve amazing results, losing 45 pounds, getting better energy, stronger within your body, better mobility. And what's next, right? You ask me, hey, what's next? Like,
Yeah.
what's next about food?
Exactly.
So so I want to share the screen and show you what I started mapping out your, as far as your training program, right? There will be more. You're already doing
Hmm.
lots of great things, and honestly, like, you adjusted lots of habits. You adjusted your sleep, you added walks, how you eat. So lots of them you're just gonna keep, right? There will be nothing new. But then there will be new things, like
Hmm.
about training, maybe nutrition. We were tweaking your nutrition a few times during those 16 weeks. We were kind of tweaking
Hmm.
first. I wanted you to see how many calories you're getting in, how many proteins. Then we did the detox, right? And now, after you did all those things, like, hey, what's next? Can I add red meat? Should I start taking creatine? And how about protein shakes and all that stuff? So, yeah, so I want to talk about this too very quickly. And let's go over quickly your program, like a vision for the future, right? Vision for the future.
Hmm.
This is your program in stages. Can you see that? So as we
Yeah.
started, I mean, this is pretty funny. If I open this workout, this is your first workout. Now you be laughing. Okay, I'm gonna do this. Look at that. Wood chopper, 8 pounds. Pulls this, 8 pounds,
Yeah. So
10 pounds, 12 reps. Like, kind of baby. Now it seemed like a baby weights, baby movements, but it was all progressive. So altogether, if we go quickly to, like, today, you probably gain like 300% of your strength from the beginning. So, but
definitely. Yeah.
so we are here today, right? So we did corrective,
Yeah.
we did endurance, you did the cell reset, which was a detox. So we had to adjust your training so you're not doing too much stuff and still getting results, right? So you feel energy. Then we have hypertrophy, which is right now, which is building muscles. Hypertrophy is building muscles, right? So in a way, we kind of, like, we achieve amazing results, losing weight, and now we building muscles. Then after that, there's like a hypertrophy. Then there's gonna be, I would say, power intro, strength and power intro, right? So I would actually rename that. I would say strength and power intro. right? And that would be like here from October to for a week, and then we get last week of training, which is basically copying 16 weeks, right? And so your
Mm-hmm.
question was like, what will I do next? So in a proper planning protocol, of course, this is gonna change based on like how you feel. Do you have any pains, or
Mm-hmm.
you're doing really well and doing your workouts, right? Because you are so good with executing your workouts that we could move forward every single stage, right? We could move forward. We
Mm-hmm.
progress. We got better. Like I have people who did 16 weeks and they still doing like workout number 20. You cannot go forward. You cannot go to strength if you haven't mastered one phase. It's like
Yeah,
building a house. You cannot start
exactly.
building the roof if your first and second floor is kind of sloppy and it's like, okay, we are in a rush, build the roof, but the
No
foundation is still
foundation.
not high. So it's like building a house. If everything is right, so then so if we go from here, right, and we got November 3rd, we will go back to corrective phase, right? And why? Because the body has a chance to kind of like catch a break a little bit. You revisiting balance exercises, slowing down everything for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, depending on the person. Then you move into, so you got corrective, then you move to hypertrophy again, strength, power, maximum power. So perfect scenario, right? Perfect scenario. You're doing your workouts, everything is progressive, just like we did. Right here, you're gonna be maxing out with the max power. And the reason why I did this like that, and I chose specifically how many weeks you are in each phase, right? So this basically is the January, let's say January, beginning of February, where for us the big goal was skiing,
Yeah.
being able to like feel great, feel good, no knee pain, but also feeling strong and dynamic. So that's where you want to be with like peaking the performance is strength and maximum power, right? So this is like a longer vision for like, let's say, and after that, you continue doing stages depending on somebody's goal. But this is basically a concept of periodization training, which I adopted. It's best formula out there and has been since 1950s. Professional athletes use that formula. I just added corrective phase because in professional sports, they may have hundreds of athletes replacing you if you get injured.
Uh-huh.
And here, I don't want my clients to get injured. I want them to
Yeah.
actually get better. So, and plus, we got sitting, we got driving, we got imbalances in the hips and waist. So that's why this corrective phase comes, super, super handy, right? So that would be like for your program, like a vision, right? Where we heading with this? And and again, this is based on you doing everything right. And so far, you did amazing. I mean, I want to go back to your dashboard quickly, and and like this is super impressive that you've logged in beside the body weight, right? Beside the body weight, and the muscle percentage. I mean, this is like constant progress. 225 going down, 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 and now we hovering about 180, right? We hovering about 180. Your fat mass start with about 60 pounds, and again, now we hovering about 30, right? So you've lost half of the fat that you had, which is insane. 30 pounds, that's like a, I don't know, 6-year-old kid.
Yeah.
So congrats on that. Uh, Blood pressure, this is insane. You started here, 145 over 95. Now you're hovering. I mean, this is insane. 107, right?
Yeah.
111, 70, 72. I mean, this is like almost a miracle on its own.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I cannot imagine that. Like every time I'm measuring, it's just cheese. Where is
And
that coming from?
this is something also really cool. The heart rate. So your heart rate was pretty low to begin with, even at 225 pounds.
Uh-huh.
Your heart rate was fairly low, right, for somebody that big, right? But now you're hovering about 53, so it doesn't seem like a lot. What is it? 10 beats per minute. Is it a big deal? So I did calculations, 10 beats per minute annually, that would be about 5 million contractions less. So you're giving your heart massive break, even on that level of your level, which was pretty like this will be a good goal for majority of people to get their heart rate down. But because of your training, because of you losing weight, right? Maybe even stress level. We talked about it a little bit. Your heart rate went down 10 beats per minute, which is again about 5 million contractions a year. Now it sounds a lot.
Yeah, now it's exactly.
So body measurements, waist. I don't know. Did we get any?
No, we need to get to it. I
Oh,
just
we need to get that. I'm actually really curious about this number. Did you measure recently? Do you know where it is?
no, no. I to be honest, I forgot.
Okay, so I'll put it out there. Anyway,
Yeah,
this is super you know, and and if we go down here, if we scroll down, right? And you see that those achievements over here, this is just 1 month, right?
yeah.
Maximum volume, heaviest weight, heaviest weight, longest walk, volume. You did bike ride on the weekend. Where is that bike ride? Here you go. Look at that, 49 miles, 50 miles.
Yeah,
Holy
yeah.
crap, 50 miles. 6 months ago, before the program, would you even like imagine, oh, I'm just gonna bike 50 miles on a weekend?
Well, it was one of those dreams which I never see it coming true.
So I'm gonna go to the meal plan, okay? And there's gonna be, like what we did is we did the cell reset, which is the detox, and that was really you already like that was also important, right? It was
Mhm.
very important. You already lost so much weight prior to that, and I feel like the cell reset was the very boost at the end and boosted weight loss, but also it made you probably feel like, wow, I can do this on occasions, right? And to cleanse myself,
Yeah,
especially after that the cheating, holidays,
yeah.
vacation, or whatever, right? And so in this there's lots of meal samples, right?
Hmm.
In this program, and yeah, sure, you can grab one, two, master or memorize or try to do a couple of, you don't have to be exactly copying that, but like let's say there's a breakfast sample, which now, after cell reset, you're eating proteins, lots of proteins in
Hmm.
the morning, but there was no really greens and stuff. Now you can add greens, right?
Hmm.
And I would still, suggest that you would do 3 meals a day, okay? Maybe 2 meals a day if you don't feel hungry, 2 or 3 meals a day, and and maybe still skip carbs first thing in the morning,
Yeah.
right? Push carbs to midday. Like this is great. This is such a good breakfast where you have eggs, you have tomatoes, you have some feta cheese, asparagus, whatever, and it's huge, and it has where is it here? And it has tons of proteins, right?
Hmm.
Tons of proteins right here. That's per serving. If you have, I wouldn't kind of put a cap on proteins. I would
Yeah.
definitely try to get. I'm gonna stop sharing, right? Just so I
Hmm.
can kind of see you, and we inside the program we can make those notes. But like right now, the things you took from cell reset, right? Hey, I wake up, I have my water with lemon, maybe the active ice, then coffee,
Hmm.
and you don't have to eat right away, right? And I don't do it personally too, so in a way I'm kind of like pushing that fast a little bit, right? The fasting, and there's so much talk about fasting, and how long should be fasting and this and that, and for now, I'm trying to do this with you guys, so it's very natural, right? Hey, if you eat at 6 p.m. in the evening, and then in the morning, you eat first meal at 10, right? You're already fasting 16 hours. Do you know what I mean?
Hmm.
And then if you have 2 or 3 meals and you finish at 6, then you're fasting again. So your stomach has a chance to rest, to recuperate, right? And now if your first meal of the day is proteins only, you don't have carbs in your system. So let's say based on your work, you get in a car, you drive to the side, then you check, you're moving, right? You're moving. You're going for walks. So all those things are promoting fat loss, right? And that's exactly what happened in your case.
Hmm.
We did that, and this is all promoting fat loss. Now, there's so much out there about fasting, which one is good, and we may have a separate talk about this. But I would say if you can push that fast from night before all the way to next day to like 14, 15 hours, great. It's not that difficult, right? You eat dinner at
Yeah.
6, then you don't eat right away. Like most people are like, oh, let me just get a bagel.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
get in
Yeah.
the car, coffee, bagel, the fast is over.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Now you got croissant and Dunkin' Donuts. So now the fast is over. Now the body has this, and that becomes your fuel. Now you already understand that because that was your lifestyle before, right?
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, so that's and again, if you have proteins in the morning, like protein based meal, then you have bigger meal in the middle of the day. Then you have several hours to burn off those carbs, but you don't feel like you on diet. Hey, let me have sourdough. We talked. I don't know. We talked
Yeah.
about bread a little bit.
Yeah.
Hey, sourdough bread or grains, quinoa, right? And then your body has several hours to break this down. I think the one of the magic, and I want to always say like, oh, this is the best thing, this is the magic, but there's
Yeah.
a bunch of little things which created the whole pie. There's no like one single thing, right? Workouts or diet, there's no like one single thing. It's all the little habits. But I think the yogurt formula, from the point of view of you getting that first thing in the morning, right? You're getting proteins, you're mixing 3 different seeds, right? Sunflower, sunflower, flaxseed, right? And chia
Yeah.
seeds.
Yeah.
That is so powerful. Like I gave this to some people and said, don't really change anything because I see it's going to be hard for you. Just add this first thing in the morning, and have that, and don't eat until like 1 or 2 hours later. And just doing that, they were like, oh my God,
Oh
I
yeah.
feel better. My stomach feels better. I go to the bathroom more often. It's like I feel like that formula on its own, it's it's like transformational, you know? So, and you adapted that too, right?
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
anyway, I'm talking a lot now. Now, do you have any questions, or based on you want to add something?
No, no, just again, yeah. So I get to my habit that the yogurt comes first. Yes, and it's very like I was always feeling heavy in the morning. That bagel, like fry eggs and stuff like that. And then, that was making my day. Right now, I get some yogurt, I get some, workouts, a little bit more yogurt, and then, the very, let's call that's the first meal. And then after morning workouts, my pretty much, let's say, breakfast around 11 or so, that's pretty much pure protein, eggs only. And then getting some carbs in the let's say for the lunch, let's say, again, with proteins like, white meat, chicken, get some veggies, broccoli, cauliflower, stuff like that. So yes, I'm trying to push as much proteins as, as I can only, think. And also, try to make those meals. Oh, I do use, I think, 4 or 5, meals from the program. Let's say, especially the breakfasts are very, very nice, and then
Yeah,
tasty. It's
yeah,
tasty. You have to, I have to say that. It wasn't a hard transformation.
yeah, 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 yeah. That's great. That's and that you asked me about creatine. We talked about it a little bit, and I think now this is the right time to talk about it and start taking it because we went through different phases like corrective phase, the cell reset, detox, and now is the time to build muscles, right? So like you got down from 225 to 180, right? 180. And I feel like now you're stabilizing that weight. And remind me, when were you 180 in your life?
Oh, this I don't remember, honestly. I even, the last weight, which I thought was my comfortable, good weight from there, after high school, in the college when I was, pounding with all sorts of sports, going crazy. It was 188, 190. Right now, I'm 180, and I feel, like I feel the same.
Yeah, that's great. I feel like now in a phase of hypertrophy, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna start, the goal would be to start gaining some weight, but pure muscles. But
Uh-huh.
but it's not gonna be like, hey, we're doing like a bodybuilding show. You know,
No.
it may be like I would say if you've gained 5 to 6, 7 pounds in the course of next, 2, 3 months, that's going to be huge, right? Gaining 7 pounds of muscles is a lot, especially if you're lean, right? And it's not like anything now is going to change like visually. It will definitely show more, but we're also trying to gain muscles in proper places, right?
Yes.
like
Yeah.
like posterior chain, right?
Yeah.
Mid back, lats, glutes, right?
Mhm.
Maybe some legs. It's not like we're just trying to get bicep
Yes.
huge and that's it. No, we're
Yeah.
trying to actually build the muscles responsible for posture, for sports, for movement, right? So then when you ski, you feel really, really good. You don't feel, like your back is bothering you and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, so then especially with building muscles, it would be important to make sure you have enough proteins. I would say like roughly what 0.7, right, grams per pound is like the low end, but they say 1 gram per pound, that would be the gold standard. It's not so easy to do it, right? But
Yeah.
then you just have to remember, okay, whatever I can get, 40 grams, 40 grams, 40 grams, maybe another one. So supplementing, having having even more than 30 grams, like 40 to 50 grams per meal, if that's possible, right? But we also using smart scale, so we're going to see if you're gaining weight,
Mhm.
muscles.
Yeah.
So that's the good one. Now creatine, because we talked about it, and I take creatine. My wife takes creatine. I feel it. I feel creatine is helping me, and not so much again building like bodybuilding frame, but feeling strong, still feeling like I have muscles,
Mm-hmm.
and feeling really good about performance. Like I coach my kids soccer, I play with them a lot, I work out every day, and I feel good. I don't really feel soreness, and that's really the goal. It's like you feel good, you don't feel broken next day, and you're
Yeah,
still doing the things.
exactly.
So until like recently, the new research is talking about 10 grams a day of creatine. 10 grams. So let's say in the morning 5 grams, in the evening 5 grams, right? And they've been I guess studying creatine for like the last 2 years a lot. Creatine has been out there for many many years, but it got so popular in the last maybe like 3 years. Everybody was posting about creatine. So then scientists started studying more and more and more and more and effects. And they say, hey, that was true. The 5 grams affects building muscles and getting strength, but 10 grams also affects brain and the memory and capacity, like neural capacity. So that's what I can tell you is, do I feel it? I mean, I stay sharp.
Yeah.
Again, I started taking twice a day. It's easy. So the one thing also, then there's other side research is saying that we should not be taking creatine around when we take caffeine.
Oh, got it. Mm-hmm.
So if you're gonna drink coffee in the morning, maybe you don't want to take creatine and having coffee. And it
So
doesn't
I
have
get,
to be you putting creatine in a coffee. It could be like, oh, let me have creatine and then a coffee. So it kind of depletes the little bit of the effects.
yeah, so I start getting myself to the habit. I don't know. Well, that's the question too. But after morning workout, I'm preparing myself a post-workout shake with. Actually, I putting that 5 gram creatine together with a protein shake, and then with some, bananas, some maybe cottage cheese, like, just getting myself
Perfect.
the protein bust right after the workout, and then eventually, maybe another. The coffee comes, probably 1 hour later after, the shake pretty much goes through.
Perfect. So what you just said, right? Because sometimes I make similar stuff like, okay, I'm gonna have a shake, some ice, right? So I have some ice, some water, then I add couple spoons of, cottage cheese or yogurt, right? White yogurt. Then I would add whey protein. So whey protein is, let's say it's 20 grams of proteins.
Hmm.
But then I'm gonna add cottage cheese or yogurt. So all of a sudden you have 40 grams of proteins, right? And then I add frozen fruits like blueberries, strawberries, right? And when sometimes my wife is like, "Oh my God, you're putting all that stuff in one thing." But then once I mix it and I give it to her, she's like, "Wow, that tastes really good."
Good. Yeah, exactly.
So when you see and a scoop of peanut butter,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So all this, it looks weird, but once you blend it, and now you got 40
Right.
grams of proteins, right? And then
Yeah.
you have your creatine. And especially if you add, um, if you add low glycemic fruits like blueberries, strawberries, right, berries, you don't have a high content of carbs.
Hmm.
If you add banana, a little more, papaya, mango, a little more, right? So if you're adding banana, maybe it's half of the banana,
Hmm.
or if depending, if you want to just add banana or other things, you always think, hey, I want proteins to be higher than carbs.
Good person. Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, and that's where your creatine goes in, and then maybe in the evening later you have another scoop with like I would mix creatine with kombucha a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Because taking creatine is good when you have something with a little bit of carbs. So it could be like a juice. I stay away from juices in general, right? But if you had like some kind of low glycemic juice, and you have this much, and then creatine and water, You know what I mean?
What
I
do
would
you
mix. I would
what
mix with kombucha.
yeah, what do you think about gummies? With the creatine gummies.
So it's a good question because we have powder and we have gummies.
Yeah.
And I would definitely felt when I was taking powder, right? And I got gummies because my wife was like, "Oh, that powder is nasty."
Yes.
So I'll have it with water or add a little bit of kombucha. I'm fine. Then I got her gummies. Oh, gummies are so good. Okay, so I don't know. Sometimes I mix. I have the powder and then I have maybe two gummies, or I just try to leave gummies for her.
Yeah, so that's my setup because I figure, like it sort of cures my sweet tooth too, you know.
Exactly. No, totally, totally. I get it. Then yeah. So exactly. If that's what you think, it's like good. Yeah. If it's gonna give you this feel like okay, I'm getting something good, something tasty.
Yeah,
You know?
so yeah. So morning I have a powder, the powder goes with the shake, and then afternoon, let's say after dinner, where I, eat my, the third meal. uh then, like sort of little, treatment. Then it's one or two gummies, just get that another, 500 milligrams of creatine.
At the beginning, I said that we had few goals for the program, right? And then during during the program, oh, we achieved that goal. What's the next one? That's a new goal. That's a new goal. That's a new goal. So we kept setting new goals, correct?
Yeah, yeah.
And like you said, oh, my goal was to lose 25 pounds. We achieved that. My goal was to, be able to tie my shoe. We achieved that. And it's not like, okay, hey, that's it. I'm good. Right.
Yeah, yeah,
Then I,
no.
hey, is there, can we get better? Can we get this better? Can we get that better? And that's really cool because I feel like I tell people, listen, Michael Phelps, Tom Brady, they didn't say like, oh, okay, I achieved that, I'm done.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
kept
They
coming back. They're
jumping to
getting
the
better.
next.
They're getting
Yeah,
better.
exactly.
So like if you would tell me quickly like what will be like your next goal for next 6 months, right? Like you we talk about skiing. What would be like your next goal? Let's say vision 6 months.
Yes, yeah. So right now, again, like I said, the last time, I believe the moment sky is the limit. So I believe we can achieve a lot. We still, just because of the winter season is about to hit. I didn't, still looking forward to put those ski and then, hit it hard. So this is about to happen. But I do want to, I achieved my little goal last weekend. That bike ride between two bridges. But for the next stage. There's that bike ride which I want to take. That's about 100 miles. So
Wow.
this is my next stage. This is my next goal. Um, uh, and also, yes, I want to shape out myself. Little bit better. Gain that weight. Gain that couple pounds of the muscles. Just to look good.
Awesome.
Yeah.
We're gonna get disconnected, but I'm gonna jump on a regular phone and tell you goodbye. But this is amazing, and that's why I wanted to get you on that call because when you recap everything, it just sounds so good. Like it's so good for other people to see that there is like it's possible, right?
Yeah, it's definitely possible. And then that's what I'm saying to all the friends who are, do not recognize me anymore. Is just is it is so easy. It is so easy. The only thing you have to do, be consistent. That's what we said. That's
Big
what we
consistency.
established.
Yeah.
Be
That,
consistent. Yeah. Yeah. And then I said, listen, I have a great guide who shows me through, who like, knock those crazy stuff I've been doing with my food. And then just, and then they're saying, oh, but you're like probably doing some crazy exercises. I said,
yeah.
no. I
And
said,
you got
I said, yeah.
you got one of those in your garage. We have two.
Uh,
And tomorrow
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
recording the whole new set of
yeah.
exercises.
I
And
even telling that you are not letting me run. I said, my trainer is forbidding me from running. I can only
for
walk
now,
for
you
now.
will, you will run, not every day, but see that's another pieces that we're gonna add to your garage over here.
Yes, yeah.
Um, Running is not our goal, right? But
No, it's
we will add this to your program. But I'm very specific about like what is the goal? Okay, what is the goal or goals, and how do we get there
yeah, exactly.
progressively without being like, oh, high, low. Oh, I'm here now.
Yeah,
So people would start here, they would do super intense training. Now I got progress, oh, I got injured. I got progress, I got injured again. Oh,
yeah,
now I gain weight. Now I got better, I got worse, I got injured, I gain weight. This sucks. I'll never do that
yeah,
again.
yeah.
So
But at the same time, I haven't have throughout the that 16 weeks. I haven't have the knee pain. Over because of the overextensive workout. Never.
yeah, yeah,
Yes, my back, I'm just, my back doesn't hurt me anymore. It's just all the exercises right now I'm doing, all the stretching, is without full confidence. Before when we
yeah,
start, I was securing myself very badly because, I
yeah,
do stretch on my back, boom, and then I have that like knee
yeah,
coming through my back. Not
yeah,
anymore. Everything
yeah.
is good. And then, like you said, simple walk. I'm walking to the park. I'm doing the hikes. It's relaxing. And then you do your workout. You
Yep,
walk for that, 1 hour and a half. It's like you would be running. It's
right.
it's 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 demanding too sometimes.
So we're about to get disconnected. So I just want to tell you congrats again. Okay,
Thank you very
this
much.
is this is massive. I'm looking forward, and looking forward to see you hopefully in person very soon here. And then I'm already thinking about ski trip for my clients, ski, snowboard, sometime in winter. Doing like a day trips and maybe even like 2 or 3 day trips, but definitely day trips.
Yeah, yeah.
And so far, tomorrow I'm recording some new stuff. So by
Cool.
next week, you're gonna have some good exercises.
That's cool. Looking
Some
forward.
some good exercise, but again, everything progressive, right?
Yeah,
It's everything is gonna be like, oh yeah, I can do that.